Hey, what's up? How are you doing? I am Jimi Celeste, and right now this is just a little YouTube live adventure. A YouTube live adventure. I'm going live right now, and I just wanted to see what happens because I just saw this video actually that said, "Gotta go live. If you don't go live, you lose your muscle. You gotta keep your muscle going. You gotta keep working at it. You gotta keep doing it." And I have to keep going live and making YouTube videos. And eventually I'll find my niche. I'll find what I want to talk about because I have so many things to talk about. I really do. I want to talk about my dogs because I can talk about dogs for me because, I love dogs. It wasn't always that case, so to tell you the honest to God truth. I did not always love dogs. I mean, I liked them. I didn't kick them or nothing. I didn't like beat them up and spit on them or throw shit at them and stuff. I liked them. I mean, but I wasn't a dog person. I was never really a dog person until I got my first dog, Wilma. Wilma came into my life. And this is a little story, and I've told this story before, but I'm going to tell this to you right now live. And because when I first got Wilma, it was this girlfriend of mine's dog. And this was back in the day when I was doing stand-up, because I did stand-up for years, which I will talk about in more detail at another time. But right now we're talking about dogs, or I'm talking about dogs, and you're listening to me talk about dogs. This is what I'm going to do. But anyway, so I was walking. I had Wilma. I didn't walk her. I didn't do nothing with her. She just lived and annoyed the shit out of me. I mean, this is when I got high. I was getting stoned, and I'd sleep all day, and Wilma would bark all day, wake me up, and I hated this dog. I really did. But anyway, I was living with this girlfriend, and she had a loft, a big, giant loft in the East Village. Big artist loft. She was an artist, a big artist. And Wilma lived in a loft. And Wilma had a backyard, so nobody had to walk Wilma. Wilma could casually go in and out when she wanted to go to the bathroom and stuff because she knew she wasn't supposed to go to the bathroom in the loft. So anyway, so Wilma one day woke up because the people that owned the backyard where the loft was at got a new tenant who wanted to use the backyard. And all of a sudden, one morning, Wilma woke up and she could not go outside anymore. She could not go out in the backyard. Needless to say, she was kind of depressed and sad and bummed out. She was walking around all sad, looking sad and everything, because she was having to go to the bathroom in the loft. And my girlfriend then said, "I ain't picking up after this dog. I'm getting rid of this dog. I'm sending her to the ASPCA. And all of a sudden, in a moment of stoned weakness, I was watching Wilma walk around all sad, her head drooping, walking around and all sad and everything. And I looked at Wilma and I go, you know something? You can't give her to the ASPCA. I'll walk her. What is it, 10 minutes around the block every day? Because I was doing stand-up then. I mean, I didn't really have a lot to do during the day. I could walk the dogs. No big deal. I go, look, I'll walk Wilma. I'll take care of her. You can't give her to the ASPCA. I'll take care of her. And she's like, you hate this dog. Because I actually did. I hated her. But her sadness really overwhelmed me. I go, so look how sad she is. I mean, you hate this dog. Okay, look, if you don't walk her, though, I'm sending her to the ASPCA. I go, oh, no, you can't do that. I will walk her. And I tell you, I went over to pick up Wilma's leash. And the joy and excitement in her face of being able to go out, because she knew what the leash meant. The leash meant she was going out. And I took Wilma out. And she was excited and ecstatic, and she was so happy. And we went out into the world. And it was the best feeling I ever had. When I saw how excited she got, I was in love with Wilma. Love at first sight. And she became my dog. And I walked, and I was happy walking. I walked all over the place. And it was fun. It was great. And I didn't like some of the aspects of walking the dog, like having to pick up the poop and everything. Like I went and pick it up, and people go, oh, you got to pick up the dog poop. Okay. Anyway, one day I'm walking Wilma. This is a true story. I've used this in my stand-up act. I'm just telling you, it was a true story, though. So anyway, one day I'm walking Wilma up the street, 2nd Street in the East Village. We're walking along, and she pooped against us. I just let her poop. I mean, I wasn't going to pick it up. And this woman walks by me and goes, hey, what do you think? This is Paris where we don't pick up after our dogs? And I'm like, babe, this is New York where we mind our own fucking business, you know? And I continued walking Wilma. But then I got home and I started thinking, because I started thinking, she's right. It's my responsibility. I have to pick up after the dog. I have to pick up after Wilma. This is what I have to do because I've been yelled at before by people for not picking up after my dog. So anyway, I took Wilma home and I went back out into the streets and went and picked up the poop that she made. And I want to tell you something. People look at you a whole lot differently when you're picking up dog poop and your dog isn't with you. I mean, it's just, anyway, that was a story that I had to tell. It's a true story, by the way. Anyway, so Wilma became my dog, and I loved that dog. And I eventually broke up with that girlfriend and got kicked out of the apartment. And got kicked, to make a long story short, though, I got kicked out of the apartment and I had to go. Because we moved from the loft to an apartment. Anyway, I got kicked out of the apartment, had to go, and so here I am, me and Wilma. Because she's saying, you leave the dog. The dog's a luxury. You can't. I go, no, Wilma's staying with me. Whatever happens, Wilma's staying with me. And she did. And I didn't know where I was going to go. I crashed at somebody's house one night. Then a friend of mine took me in another night. And then a friend of mine, his girlfriend, my friend was on the road with a band. He's a musician. He said I could have his apartment on 42nd Street between 8th and 9th. And so me and Wilma had a place to live for a while. And the improvisation where I was a comedian at was right around the corner. So I could eat at the Improv for free, perform, make a little bit of money here and there, and I could start, because I was broke. I was dead broke at this time. And I had just gotten sober, too. I was in AA now. Anyway, that's another story that I'll tell you eventually. But anyway, so I just gotten sober, and here I am on 42nd Street between 8th and 9th. I had to leave Wilma for a couple of days once. Just left her because I had got a gig down in Pennsylvania. I had to take the bus down, right across the street from the bus. Anyway, long story short, took the bus down to Pennsylvania, and Wilma survived. I got home. She didn't eat, but she was okay. And then a friend of mine found an apartment back down in the East Village on 2nd Street between A and B. And we could move in. Wilma and me could move in. And that was the beginning of a whole new thing with dogs. And Wilma stayed with me then. There's a lot more stories there, but Wilma stayed with me until she passed. And that's when a succession of dogs came into my life. And I'll tell you more about this story as we go along. But I just wanted to go live for a few minutes to talk and just talk and find out what I'm really going to do with this niche and with this YouTube thing, and just to bring my story to you, because this is what I'm all about now. I love dogs, and I'm doing a lot of different things right now. I'm working on the YouTube thing, working on my niche, and I'm working on talking to you. And like I said, you have to exercise. You have to take advantage. You have to exercise the muscle of going live. I just saw some YouTube things say, if you don't go live, then you lose it. So I'm just going live because I did the other day. I got to make a video, and I'm making this video now. And those of you that watch it, and those of you that here's a little thing that I'm going to ask you to do, if you don't mind doing it. You can buy me a coffee. Here's my buy me a coffee thing. Take that QR code, take your phone, aim at that QR code, and buy me a coffee. $5, $10, whatever. And subscribe to my YouTube channel, please. Subscribe to my YouTube channel so I get more followers. Hit the like button, hit the whatever button, hit the subscribe button, subscribe, buy me a coffee. Man, you guys are great. I love each and every one of you more than life itself. So please, if you get a chance, if you're gonna get value out of this YouTube channel. I'm beginning right now, and I want you guys to be part of the ride, part of the journey. So please subscribe, buy me a coffee, and look it. I want to thank each and every one of you for watching whenever you watch, and I will talk to you again real soon. See you later.